Hi everybody, how are you? I'm not Steve Kaufman, but today we're going to talk about languages. So, today, right now, I chose really interesting topic, talk about it, because it is the thing that now kinda disturbs me. I'm worrying about that. Every day I'm thinking about this. It just doesn't let me go forward, and I want to make a video about this. So the topic is about my mission in language learning. What I want to achieve during the whole of my life, during the whole length of my life. What's the mission? What's the goal? Well, this is the goal. The goal is like to speak in 40 or 50 languages till I die. So, the language learning requires a lot of time. And personally, I love language learning. If I could spend maybe like the whole of my time to language learning. Yeah, just learning languages, discover new cultures, talk with the people, listening. However, this is the life, and you shouldn't miss the life in language learning. Sometimes you gotta analyze your life. You should analyze yourself. Self-analyzing is really important, and you shouldn't be in that polyglot trap. You shouldn't be in polyglot trap because the most of the people just fall in polyglot trap, and they're learning one language after another. They're learning and learning and learning, like achieving one language, another, advanced. So, like after this Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and this is about 20 or 40 languages, and their life it's filled up with those languages, and they indeed missing the life without knowing it. They unconsciously missing the life. They think that they're doing right, that they're not wasting their time, they're learning, and it's good that you're not wasting your time, that you're learning something, but I think it's not right. I think it's wrong, to spend whole of your life just learning languages. And now it's going to be more clear for you. For example, in order to speak one language, you gotta acquire this language. You should. It takes long and a lot of time. It takes a lot of efforts, and you should use input comprehensible, just input. Yeah, for example, you listen to music, you watch the movies, you're listening podcasts, watching the videos in YouTube, and all of these activities requires the time. For example, you should listen 20-minute podcast. But you're really busy, man. You have your work, you have your business, you gotta do a lot of things. Of course, on the another hand, you have your family. But for example, at the breakfast, for example, it's the breakfast time, and when you sit down with your family, you can't listen to podcasts and ignoring their voices, just ignoring them. It's wrong. You shouldn't replace your family with the language learning, except it's kind of really important for you. You should learn one language in 6 months for your job, for your business. I understand it, yeah. However, in most of the time, the people who learn languages, they just replacing their friends, family, a lot of things of life. They're just replacing a lot of aspect of life with the language learning, and I think it's wrong. Everything should be healthy. Everything should be balanced. The balance is the important in language learning. It shouldn't be 24 hours just learning, except you're just a man without a family, and you don't want to have a family, and you don't need any friends. You don't need any friends. You don't want to have a friends, and you just want to learn languages and travel around the world and be alone. In this in this situation, okay. However, the majority of the people, they have a family, and they have a friends. We should leave. Actually, we should leave. Not just learning languages, sitting down, like reading books extensively or intensively, like doing the exercises and just replacing all of your free time with the language learning. I think it's wrong. You gotta keep in mind that you have a family, you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, you have a friends. You gotta live the life. The main message, what I want to that you get it, it's that you shouldn't miss the life. Please, you haven't to miss the life, because language learning, it is really the thing that attract a lot of people, and it's the huge seduce actually. And you want to learn more languages, you want to speak 10 languages. For example, in my case, I want to speak 10 or 15 languages. I want to learn bunch of languages whole of my life. However, I know that I can't do it, because currently I speak 4 languages, and I also learning other 2, and I know how much time it takes, how much time it requires one language. And I always try to balance the things. I know that what's important for me. For me, in the first place, the main priority is my family. Then it goes my friends. Yeah, and the job, the activity. Third is the activity which brings you money. Yeah, and in the fourth place, hobby. And it should be always like this: family, friends, job or business, and hobby. It shouldn't be like the in the first place job and then languages. Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. It's wrong. If you're replacing your family, for example, you have a lunch with your family and you're ignoring them, you're just like put the headphones on and you're listening some podcast and you're not with your family, I think you're missing your life. And the main thing, your family won't love you. The family is if you have a kids, or you have a kind of wife, or you have a husband, maybe this thing might lead to divorce, and this thing could destroy your family. And not just family. If for example, you have time and your friends want to talk with you, and you know now I'm gonna talk with my friend, and it takes 1 hour, and I don't want to waste my time with him, and you're replacing him, you're replacing your best friends, and at the end you will lose them. You will lose all of them, all of your friends, and your family. And even if you have some foreign friends, you have friends which are abroad, and like for example you have some thanks to your language learning, you're learning your target language, and in your target language you found new friends, and you replace your best friends from your school, from your kindergarten, yeah, from your school time, from your university, the friends that are helped you in the really difficult situations. They help you out, and you're just replacing them with the random people which live abroad, and I think it's not right. It's wrong, guys. It's wrong. You shouldn't do that. You always should appreciate your family, your friends. You gotta know the value of these things. The person with whom you're talking, which 1,000 miles far from you, and it's not it's just acquaintance. It's not the real friend. It's just maybe the person with whom you're talking. Of course, maybe you're sharing same the same values, maybe the same interests, the same hobby. However, it's not like I doubt that this person will come. This person comes to you and help you out in a real difficult situation. Of course, there are a lot of exceptions. I'm not saying that everybody likes that. I'm just telling that don't miss your life. Don't miss your life. Do not replace your life by language learning. Everything should be balanced. You should learn languages. You love learn languages, learn them. However, do not make the languages the main priority, like above your family, yeah, above your friends. It's wrong. So, for example, you're already polyglot. You know 7 or 8 languages, and you want to learn 20 languages, and you have your parents, and you think that, well, if I talk with them, it's the wasting of time, so I don't want to waste my time, or I don't visit them because I think it's the waste of time, and you visit them only once per year, and you know your parents are going to die. All the people, we all are going to die in one day. You should keep in mind this thing. And life pass really fast. Life is pass really fast, just rapid, and just do not be in that position when you're 70 years old or 80 years old and you're thinking, I speak like 30 languages, and life passed, and only several years are left to live, or several months, and you think, like, you haven't talked with your friends, the real friends, the best friends, the friends which were for you as a family. You replaced them. Many of them are died. Many of them were in trouble, and you didn't help them because you were learning language. Or your parents also passed away. You were learning language in that time, not so important language. You was just learning language, and you were chasing the numbers. You were chasing the numbers, actually. You wanted to speak in 20 or 30 languages, and your selfishness just replaced your family and friends. And you think your parents passed away, friends, many of them also, and you think, no, and during the whole life you've been learning languages, just learning languages. You don't know how your kids had grown, or you didn't help your friends when they were in trouble. You didn't help your family. You didn't talk with your wife. Maybe it caused divorce of your family. So the main message that I want to transmit, that I want to tell you, that you should get the idea. You should get the idea that don't miss your life. The family and friends are in the main priority, not the languages. Of course, I understand if the language now it's a really requirement for you, yeah. It's obligatory. You need to talk. It's necessity. You need to talk in this language in order to live in one or another country, or to talk with your family. I know, but many other situations, I think it's not good. I think it's really wrong, replacing your family, your kids, your wife, or your husband, or your friends, just by languages. You should live. Do not miss the life. Languages are good. Languages are connecting the world. It's the bridge between the nationalities. between the nations or all around the peoples. However, it's also the trap, and do not be in the trap. It's the talking like the numbers. You're chasing maybe numbers, and for example, speak 20 languages. It's not necessity for you. Maybe 99% of population of the world just speak one language, and so that's why they live happy. So with one language, so that's why I think other maybe a lot of things that you're saying is excuses. So the main message, shortly, what I want to tell you: do not miss your life. Do not miss your life. The family and friends are more important than just language learning process, because language learning process, it takes a lot of time and effort, and you shouldn't be replacing the time when you spend with your friends or family with languages. Of course, if you have free time and you cared about your family, talk with your friends, so then you can do your thing. But mainly do not replace them by language learning, because many of people just fall in polyglot trap, and they are chasing the numbers, and it's not good. They're chasing the numbers, and it's wrong. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you like it, please subscribe and put the likes, and what else, leave the commentaries. I read all commentaries. I love to respond to commentaries, so thank you for all of you, and be healthy. Goodbye.